Imagine carrying a child for 9 months, looking them dead in the eye, naming them, raising them for 18 years, thinking, hey, they're gonna be a successful businessman, doctor. Hey mom, what's up, Blaze Blue? Fighting games and I have always had a very love-hate relationship. Like, hey, I've made some really good friends and connections with playing fighting games and everything, don't get me wrong. I even won 3rd place in my very first Discord tournament back in like 2021. Sure, whatever. But, I don't know, man. Some of these games, some of these characters, you know, just... This is a self-improvement hobby. Overcoming challenges is really rewarding, but I'm also a very competitive person. Fighting games to me have always been a very fast-paced alternative chess. They're a mental conversation between you and someone else. You learn that person's habits, how they strategize, their tempo of playstyle they like to maintain. And then you realize, you gotta grind to be good at this. I'm talking day after day, full-time job hours in the lab, practicing. When you're in high school, it's way easier. You get off from school, maybe hang with some friends, push your homework until Friday like everyone else, and learn some new combo or character, thinking you're to be the next Daigo or Mango or Sonic Fox. But once you move out...
Alright, thanks again. Have a good one.
Thank you, take care.
Yeah, Them pockets. Them pockets.
Bills, job drama, mental illness, and varying degrees of social problems. Finding time for this kind of hobby can be hard. In fact, as of recording this video, I haven't really touched a fighting game in a few months really. There's still so many animes I want to watch and other story-based games I want to spend my time on. But for some reason, I always find myself coming right back to these games, again and again. So I thought, hey, I should figure out some basic video editing and make a video to kind of break down my journey as a fighting game player, to maybe remind myself why exactly I love this genre so much. I started off as a Brawl player.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
But it wasn't until Apex 2015, the public beating that was Leffen vs. Chillen dude, that I would then devote all my time to melee and put it down.
And a 5-0! Right now, Chillen gets dethroned. He is not using this color fox anymore, and that is it. What a humbling experience.
I learned Falco on both games, how to wave dash, L cancel, and got pretty good. But none of my friends wanted to play those games, and this was before Slippy, so I just went back to Smash 4.
Why are we still here? Just to suffer?
I picked up Fox and had 2 friends I played with almost every day. One online friend who mained Zera's Samus, and my best friend from my senior year of high school, a NES player. These 2 would be the first to ever keep up with me in a fighting game, and it was really exciting. I saw them adapt to me every single match, and they pushed me to get better, coming up with new solutions to their problems. It was like being given a puzzle if you have like half a second to solve it, and losing only made me want to play more to figure out how they solved mine. But there comes a point in every Smasher's life when they eventually hear these magic words. Play a real fighting game.
Why don't you play a real fighting game?
When are you gonna play a real
This
fighting
isn't
game?
a real fighting game.
The Skullgirls demo for PS4 would be the first traditional fighter I would ever do a real combo in. It took me, I think, 2 days as a new player, but I was really proud of myself. I started watching fighting game tournament matches for games like Under Night in Birth, Marvel vs. Capcom 3, Guilty Gear Rev 2, Multi-Blood, and my favorite out of all of them, Blaze Blue Central Fiction.
Right there from Fenridge. I think he kills, because...
With the yeah.
Okay.
With the resources there. That is some awareness from Finland.
This was the game that awakened my fighting game creativity, the dog within me. I was working a night job, so I'd come home every night at like 3 in the morning, pass out, wake up, and then... Unfortunately, I wasn't very good at the game until the later half of its lifespan. I spent most of my time practicing combos, learning notations, and motion inputs, as well as just kind of seeing what I even could do. Like doing a rapid cancel at just the right frame to throw myself with their body and then still combo afterward. Are you serious? And hey, this was all really fun, but just like Melee, not a lot of my friends wanted to play these games. It became a very lonely hobby. Something I might have dropped if it weren't for one more Arxis title. Dragon Ball FighterZ was big. It doesn't matter how you feel about the game, this was a game that got everyone to just try a fighting game. I was going through a really rough breakup around the time Season 2 came out, as well as some other stuff, but fighting games kind of became my escape from all of that. Learning frame data, matchups, team synergy, spacing, and climbing ranked. I was never the kind of person to rage during playing a game before, but Dragon Ball FighterZ Ranked is darkness. This is where you meet actual real-world villains, draining away your mental energy with every match, immune to adaptation as they mash away at every possible second with one of the Gogetas, UI Goku, and Vegito. All C assists. Frame delay matching their double-digit IQ. As they rob Wi-Fi from the Burger King. I wanted to get some experience competing, but I moved to Montana of all places and I moved out. This guy on YouTube had a Discord server. I went ahead and joined that, lurked for about a year, and then one day the members said they were having a fighting game tournament. It wasn't too big, but the players who entered were pretty strong. Some of them I still talk to. As I said before, I got third. I was happy with my results, but I still had regrets. For one, the person who beat me in winner's bracket was one of my friends online who I just had to swap to my Videl team for. He has a hard time fighting my Videl, and all I had to do was just swap to that team. I didn't. He made it to grand finals and fought the guy who knocked me out in losers, who also means 21. And it gave me a lot to reflect on. I just wanted to get better. Somewhere down the line, I think I fell into that trap that I think Leon Massey talked about, where some people put their self-worth into their performance in fighting games. I didn't join any more tournaments after that. I went back to labbing really obscure situations and spending a lot of time on Twitter learning from other games and other players, kind of locking myself in this perpetual cycle of trying to prepare for my next tournament. I realize more than ever now that ranked is not a good determination for how good you are at a fighting game. When you fight Discord denizens, Discord dwellers, if you will, you start to realize that that's what's actually out there. That's what you're going to be fighting in an actual tournament. They helped me realize I was a lot better than I gave myself credit. But more than that, fighting with just friends is way more enjoyable to me. As I said before, it's a mental conversation between you and someone else. Every interaction is them telling you what makes sense in their head, how they like to act when they have the upper hand, what the usual response is to pressure, and that they're an actual idiot. How are you getting mixed and neutral? Sorry pal, that's plus. Super dashing there against Videl? Really? Okay, maybe every now and then you can cook. Even though I'm not actively playing, I still own every fighting game I currently find interesting. Most of this stuff carries over between games anyway, so at worst, I just become average. But why am I still playing these games? At this point, I've spent way more money than I want to figure out on an interaction-based hobby while not pursuing tournaments to make some of that back. Most hobbies have a tangible aftermath. Something you can, see to know that you've made some progress. You learned an instrument? Cool, you can share that with family and friends. Gunpla? Those are nice decorations for your room or your gaming setup. Fighting games only have a payoff that you can enjoy with other fighting game fans. And depending on where you live, that's difficult. Sure, there's always Discord, but an in-person connection is always preferred, at least for me. I'm not really sure what the future holds or whatever, but I do plan on using this YouTube channel to try to help me get my spark back for the hobby. And if I end up giving some insight or some helpful tips to someone else, then hey, that's great too. So yeah, I'm Note, a mid to high level fighting game player who's fond of rushdown and set play characters. If you found this video interesting or fun at all, think about giving these boys some love. I do plan on making more rant type videos like this eventually and possibly streaming in between my busy work schedule. So yeah, you be safe, take care, and I guess just have a good one.